Good morning, students. Now, once we have finished exercise 3.2, the next topic which we are going to cover is use of bar graphs with the different purpose. It is given in your book on page number 68. Now, see, this is the graph notebook. If you have purchased it, you can see it is like this. If you have not purchased, this is the ruled page. Then this is the graph page, this is the ruled page. On ruled page we will write the question, we will make the table of the question, and on the graph page we will draw the graph. In some of the notebooks the numbers are also written, so it's okay if it is written. If it's not written, then also it's okay, we will write down. Now in this graph notebook you can see these small squares. See, this is one square. It is having 100 small squares. So this one square is known as 1 centimeter square, and using this square we are going to draw the graph. See example number 8 given on page number 69. 200 students of 6th and 7th classes were asked to name their favorite color so as to decide upon what should be the color of their school building. The results are shown in the following table. Represent the given data on the bar graph. In the question it will be written, then only we have to represent on the graph. Represent the given data on bar graph. This table is given. This is the favorite color, then number of students. Red color is liked by 43 students, green color 19 students, blue color 55, yellow color 49 and orange color 34. Answer the following questions with the help of the bar graph. So first we have to draw the bar graph and then we have to answer these two questions. Now see, in the book you can see this is the bar graph. This sleeping line is known as x-axis and this vertical line is known as y-axis. The very first thing you have to do while drawing a graph is you have to choose a proper scale. Now sometimes in the question the scale is given, sometimes you have to choose according to the question. Now see here the data is 43, 19, 55, 49, 34. So here we will choose the scale as 1 unit equals to 10 students. Now what is 1 unit? This square which I have shown you, this square, 1 square, this is known as 1 unit. Now to draw the first thing is we have to draw the x-axis and the y-axis. So the sleeping line is the x-axis. So from here I am starting. They have already given here, no need to start from here. We can start from anywhere. So I am starting from here. This is the x-axis. So on this line I will overwrite, and here this one is the y-axis. The standing line is called as the y-axis. After drawing this x-axis and y-axis, now I will write here, this is origin O, or you say this is point 0. I have taken 0 here. In the notebook they have taken 0 here. I am taking here. So y-axis, you will put an arrow because this is going on and on and on, and write here y-axis. This one is y-axis, the standing line. You will write here on the top as y-axis. And this is the sleeping line. So you will write here as x-axis. Now what you have to take on x-axis and what you have to take on the y-axis. On x-axis I will take the colors. So I will write here favorite color. And on the y-axis I will take number of students. So I will write here number of students. Now this is 0. Now the scale which we have chosen, we have to write here 1 unit equals to 10 students. 1 unit equal to 10 students means this one box is representing 10 students. So here if I will write here after 0, on the first line here I will write as 10, then this I will write as 20, then this as 30, then 40, then 50. We will see the equation. The data is required till which number. Here the maximum number is 55. So till 60 I need the data. So I am writing till here 60. Now on the x-axis I have to write the colors. Now in the table if you see the red color, how many students want red color? It is 43. I have to draw a bar till 43. Now how will I draw the bar? Between 40 and 50, the third line is 43. So I am leaving from here one box, and between 40 and till the third line, till here I will draw this and take this side as sleeping line, and then from here I will join. You can see like this. From here like this. So this is of red, so you will write here red. You can color this also as red. Now the next color is green. Green, how many students said they want green? It is 19. So between 10 and 20, the ninth line is 19. So I am leaving one bar in between, one box in between I am leaving, and then I am drawing for the color green. Till 19 it is, so till here. See, your pencil should be very sharp. It should be clear that it is 19 or it is 20. And here you will write green. So that when I read from here, it is coming 19. See, mine is it's not so sharp. So let us do it again. Use a sharp pencil. The mark should be on line 19 only, not on 20. Because the number is 19. And here you can write also. This was 19 and this was 43. Two colors I have done. Now the third color is blue, which is 55. 55 is the fifth line between 50 and 60. So I will draw the bar between 50 and 60. The fifth line is here. Till here I have to draw. And then from here you have to overwrite on this line. Don't make any other line. You have to just overwrite on this dark green lines with the help of pencil. This is for color blue. So here you will write blue, and here number of students is 55. See, between 50 and 60, the fifth line. The next color is yellow. 49 students want that the building should be yellow. So between 40 and 50, the ninth line will be yellow. So from here you can see 40 and 50. This will be 49, and then draw the standing line. It will come like this, and from here it will come like this. This is which color? This is yellow. So write here yellow. You can color also, use different color also, yellow, blue, as it is given in the question. If there is any extra line, you erase that. Next, last is for orange color. 34 students. So between 30 and 40, the fourth line is 34, this line. So we have to draw till this line, the bar, and right here on the top you can write here 34, and how many color is orange. So this way you can see your graph is ready. The bar graph, here x-axis, this is writing is important. Writing y-axis, here on the top you have to write y-axis. This is also very important. You can see I have written. Then choosing the scale. What scale you have chosen? Always try to choose an easy scale like of 10 or of 5. Don't go by some complex scale. It will complex your making of graph. Then start drawing the graph after taking the x-axis and the y-axis reading. The information what are you giving on x-axis is important, like here favorite color you have written, and here number of students. So this way example 8 is to be done. Next is example 9. Following data gives the total marks out of 600 obtained by 6 children of a particular class. Represent this data on the bar graph. You can see the table is given. Students Ajay, Bali, Deepti, Fayaz, Gitika, Hari, and the marks obtained are given 450, 500, 300, 360, 400, 540. Now here we have to choose a proper scale. What will be the proper scale here? Here we cannot take a scale of 10 because the graph will be very long then. 450. If I take a scale of 10, then 10, 20, 30, 40, it will go very long. So here it's better to choose a scale of 100. It will be easy also. So to choose an appropriate scale, we make equal divisions taking increments of 100. Thus 1 unit will represent 100 marks. Now on x-axis I will take the students, and on y-axis I will take the marks obtained. See, I have drawn here the x-axis and the y-axis. Here I have taken the students, here I have taken the marks obtained, and on the top it is compulsory to write the scale. I have written 1 unit equals to 100 marks. Now the first child is Ajay. Ajay scored 450. So 450 will be the midline between 400 and 500. You can see between 400 and 500, this is the midline. This one. So I will draw the graph here. Bar I have to draw because it's a bar graph. So I will draw the line till 450. See 0, 100, 200, 300, 400 and this is 500. Till here I have to draw the line, and from here also till here I have to draw the line. And on this you can write the name of the child, like it is Ajay. You can write here in between also Ajay, and here you can write the marks. Ajay scored how many? It is 450. Then leave one unit, and next is Bali. Then one box you leave and start for Bali. Bali has scored 500. So where is 500? See, this is 500. So I have to make the bar till here. This is 500. So mark it and draw the bar here till 500. In between the bar you can write the name. Here the name is BALI, Bali, and the marks obtained are 500. Next is Deepti. Deepti scored 300. So you can see 100, 200, 300. So here it will come for Deepti. One box you have to leave in between to draw the bar graph. It is compulsory. You can leave 2 2 also, but whatever you are leaving, it should be even. If you are leaving 1 1, then everywhere you have to leave 1 1. If you are leaving 2 2 boxes in between, then everywhere you have to leave 2 2 boxes. This is 300 and this is for the girl Deepti. Next is Fayyaz. Fayyaz scored 360. So between 300 and 400, the sixth line, it will be 360. So you can mark here the sixth line between 300 and 400 and then draw the bar for the next child, that is Fayyaz. And here in between you can write the name FAIYAZ and the score is 360. Then Gitika scored 400. So 400 will come here. This is the line of 400. So draw a bar till 400 starting from the baseline and write here 400, and in between you can write Gitika. This you can write it down also, the names of the students, it's your choice. Last is Hari. Hari scored 540. See this, between 500 and 600, the fourth line will be 540. So this will be the fourth line, you can see this one, and draw a bar with the help of a sharp pencil and scale. Pencil and scale is must in this, then only it will be correct. See, I have drawn my line was not sharp, so I am drawing it again. It should be very neat and clean. So this is 540 and the name of the child is Hari. So this way we can obtain a bar graph using the proper scale. Next is example number 10. In this example, we will learn how to draw double bar graph. Till now you have done how to draw bar graph. Now we will learn how to draw double bar graph. Let us read the question. A mathematics teacher wants to see whether the new technique of teaching she applied after quarterly test was effective or not. She takes the scores of 5 weakest children in quarterly test out of 25 and in half yearly test out of 25. You can see the table here. The students are Ashish, Arun, Kavish, Maya and Rita, and in quarterly they scored as 10, 15, 12, 20 and 9, and in half yearly same child Ashish scored 15, Arun scored 18, Kavish scored 16, Maya scored 21 and Rita scored 15. Now she has drawn the bar graph also. This is the double bar graph. With this we will come to know whether the child has improved with the new way of teaching of the teacher or not. Now how to draw double bar graph? It is very simple. Same we will do. The method is same. First I will take the x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we will draw the number of the name of the students, and on y-axis we will take the marks obtained. So this is your bar graph notebook. You can see like this. Now on this notebook, this is the x-axis, the sleeping line, and the standing line is the y-axis. So let us draw this, and you have to choose the proper scale also accordingly. Whatever scale, we will see what it is. First of all, I am drawing the x-axis and y-axis. Now the y-axis is the vertical line. You can take from anywhere. I am taking from here. See, you have to see the data, how many readings are there. There are total 5 readings. So the axis where you are taking, the space should be sufficient. 5 readings are there. See, like this I am drawing. This is the x-axis. Now on the x and the y-axis I will write also. This is y-axis, and here I will write as x-axis. Here I will write the name of students, and on y-axis I will write the marks obtained. So you will write here on the y-axis marks. Now you can see the marks. Marks are 10, 15, 12. So it's your choice what scale you want to choose. You want to choose 1 unit equals to 5 marks or 1 unit equals to 10 marks. I am taking 1 unit equals to 10 marks. Means this one small box is representing 10. So the first line is representing 1, the second line is representing 2, the third line is representing 3, and so on. Now here quarterly and half yearly two marks are given, so you have to differentiate them, that quarterly you are marking with which and half yearly you are marking with which. Like suppose for quarterly I am taking the box with nothing in that, it's empty, and for half yearly I am taking this 1 unit box and I am shading it like this. So I have to make this also separately, that for quarterly I have taken 1 unit box like this, and for half yearly I have taken like this. Now the first child is Ashish. I will draw for Ashish. First I will take here the reading 0. I have taken a scale of 10. So here 0, then 10, then 20, then 30, then 40. You see the maximum marks, and accordingly I have done till 40 only. Now the first child is Ashish. Ashish scored 10 in quarterly. Now this graph for 10, I will draw the bar. I will divide 1 unit into half of boxes like this. This is 10 for quarterly, and for half yearly the same child has scored 15. So I can take till here this as 15. And I have taken half yearly shaded, so I will shade here for half yearly. This is for which child? This is for Ashish. So here you will write Ashish, Ashish. Ashish scored 10 in quarterly and 15 in half yearly. Then leave one box. Next child is Arun. Arun scored 15. So for Arun I have taken a bar of 15. He scored 15 in quarterly, and in half yearly he scored 18. So 18 will come here after 15. The third line is 18. So this will be 15, 16, 17, and this will be 18. This one is 18. So you will make here the bar for 18, and then you have to shade it also like this. 15 and 18. See, I have divided this 1 unit into half. You can take 1 unit complete and then another unit for representing quarterly and half yearly separately. Then next is Kavish. Kavish scored 12. So leave one box and then mark for 12. After 10, the second line, between 10 and 20, the second line is 12. So here, this is for quarterly and 16 for half yearly. 16 will be after 15, the next line is 16. So this is for half yearly, and you will shade this like this. And write here the name of the children. This was for Arun. This is for Kavish. Next is Maya. Maya scored 20 and 21. Again leave one box, and then for quarterly Maya scored 20. So I am taking half of the box like this, 20, and for half yearly she scored 21. A very little difference, but she has improved. And in half yearly I will shade and write here the name Maya. Next is Rita. First she got 9 and then she got 15. So leave one box and then draw for Rita the bar 9 till here, and then in half yearly she scored 15 till here, and again for half yearly you need to shade it. This is for the girl Rita. So this way you can draw the bar graph, double bar graph, and do the comparison of the given data. You can see it. Starting with try these of page number 71, the first question is the bar graph 3.2 figure shows the result of a survey to test water resistant watches made by different companies. Water resistance means water does not enter the watch. Each of these companies claimed that their watches were water resistant. After a test, the above results were revealed. You can see the results on the next page. They have shown a double bar graph. Companies A, B, C, D, and the graphs they have drawn. They have taken scale of 1 unit equals to 10 watches. Then they have taken this scale also. The number tested they have marked with a bar which is empty, and the number that leaked they have marked with the bar which is shaded. Now the question is, can you work out a fraction of number of watches that leaked to the number of watches that tested for each company? Now we have to find the fraction in A part, and in second part, could you tell on this basis which company has better watches? So we have to see this bar graph and answer the question. See, in the bar graph the reading you can see company A, number of tested watches were 40 and the number of watches that leaked was 20. So the fraction will be 20 upon 40. Then for company B, the number of watches tested were again 40 and the fraction that leaked was 10. So the number of watches that leaked was 10. So the fraction is 10 by 40. Similarly for company C, you can see this is coming here midline 15. So the number of watches which were tested was 40 and the number that leaked was 15. So 15 by 40. And for company D, again we can see the number of watches that were tested were 40 and the number of watches that leaked, it is midway between 20 and 30. So we can take it as 25 and the fraction will be 25 upon 40. So in the notebook you will write like this on the ruled page. You will start this try this of page 72. First question is, can you work out a fraction of the number of watches that leak to the number of the watches tested for each company? Now here see, I have made the table company A, company B, company C, company D. The number of watches tested, the number of watches leaked, and then fraction. So for company A, if tested were for all the companies, all watches were tested, that is 40 was tested. Now for company A, 20 watches leaked, so the fraction is 20 by 40. Then for company B, 10 watches leaked, so the fraction is 10 upon 40. Then for company C, 15 watches leaked, so it is 15 upon 40. And for company D, 25 watches leaked, so it is 25 upon 40. Then in second part they are saying, could you tell on this basis which company has better watches? So the company which will have better watches where the watches are less leaked. So you can see here the comparison you can do. The denominators are same here, 20 by 40, 10 by 40, 15 by 40, 25 by 40. So this company, that is company B, has minimum watches which are leaking. So which company has the better watches? So you will write company B has better watches. Why better? Because when we compare, the less number of watches are leaked in company B. Then moving to question number 2, the sale of English and Hindi books in the year 95, 96, 97 and 98 are given below. This way a table is made in your book. They have asked us to draw the double bar graph of this table, and after drawing the bar graph we have to answer the questions. First question is, in which year was the difference in the sale of 2 language books least? And second is, can you say that the demand for English books rose faster and justify? See, by looking at the table we can see in which year was the difference in the sale of 2 language books least. You can subtract this. 500 minus 350, here the difference is 150. Here 525 minus 400, you can write the difference here. Difference, here it is 150, here it will be 125, here the difference is again 150, and here the difference is 30. So where the difference is least? The difference is least in the year 1998. So you will write here in the year 1998. Now can you say the demand for English books rose faster? So, and justify means tell how it is rising faster, how you came to this conclusion. So we will see the comparison. See, in 95 350, in 96 400, in 97 450, and in 98 it jumped to 620. Here you can see 50 books increased, again 50 books increased, but here from 97 to 98, if I find the difference, so 620 minus 450, How many books increased? 170 books increased. So, yes, we can say the demand for English books rose faster. You will write here yes, as in year 1997 to 1998, the demand was maximum. How much it was? That is 170. So the demand rose. That is why we can say the demands of English books rose faster. So these were two questions we have to do. Now let us draw the bar graph. You know bar graph you have to draw on the graph page. This is the graph page. Again, x-axis, y-axis, and scale what you are choosing and what you have to take on which axis. See, I am taking x-axis here. I have to see the data and accordingly I will arrange my page. This is x-axis. Here I am taking vertical line as, from here I am taking vertical line as y-axis. Now on x-axis I am taking the books, this years, English, Hindi, and on y-axis I will take the number of books. So here I will write years in 1995 and so on, and here I will write the number of books. Then for English and scale I have to choose first. Scale I am taking 1 unit equals to 50. I can take 50 books. That is also okay, because you can see the data, it is 350, 400, 450, 620. Or you feel if 50 is not comfortable, you can take a scale of 100 also. 1 unit equals to 100. Let us take a scale of 1 unit equals to 100 books. Then we have to represent English and Hindi books separately. So for English book you can take a empty box and write here English. For Hindi book you can take the box with the shading. So write here Hindi and then shade it. Now on x-axis I am writing years, on y-axis I am taking, so from 0, then 100, then 200, then 300, then 400, 500 and 600 and 700, because the maximum reading is 620. Now starting with the drawing of graph. In the year 1995, English books were 350 and Hindi was 500. So English book 350, I can draw like this. This whole bar also I can take. In the earlier question I have taken half bar. Now it is 350.